about jumping into real estate? Well, before you start flipping houses and buying rental properties, there are a few things that you need to consider first. Trust me, real estate can be amazing, but it's not something you want to rush into without a plan. So let's talk about the 5 things that you need to think about before you jump headfirst into the world of real estate investing. First things first is your financial situation. So let's talk about the money. Before you even look at a property, you need to assess your financial situation. Ask yourself, how much can I afford to invest? What kind of loans do I qualify for? Because, spoiler alert, real estate isn't cheap, and the banks are going to want some skin in the game. For beginners, loans like FHA loans or even conventional loans with low down payments are really great options, especially if you're planning on house hacking. But remember, just because you can qualify for the loan doesn't mean you need to max out your budget. Factor in those unexpected costs like repairs, maintenance, or vacancies, because sometimes tenants might decide to just peace out without a notice. Don't forget, you'll always need a cushion for those uh-oh moments, because trust me, they'll happen. Next, you need to figure out what are your real estate goals. Are you looking for passive income through rentals? Or do you want to flip houses for quick profits? Or maybe you're looking for long-term appreciation where you buy a property and hold it for years while it grows in value. There's no one size fits all here. Each strategy has its own risks and rewards. Flipping can bring in big money fast, but also requires a lot of work up front and a solid understanding of renovation costs. Rentals, on the other hand, can create a steady cash flow, but you'll need to deal with the wonderful worlds of tenants, because who doesn't love those late night calls about clogged toilets, right? So decide which strategy matches your lifestyle, your time commitment, and your risk tolerance, because this will shape how you invest and where you focus your efforts. Now let's talk about market research. You wouldn't buy a car without researching it first, right? I'd hope not. Well, it's the same thing with real estate. You need to know the ins and out of the market that you're interested in. Start by asking, is this a buyer's market or a seller's market? What are the local rent prices? How's the job market in this area? Because a property in an up-and-coming neighborhood could be gold, while one in a declining area might be a money pit. Location is everything in real estate. You can always fix up a property, but you can't move it to a different neighborhood. Also, pay attention to the local regulations and taxes, because things like property taxes, zoning laws, rent control can have a big impact on your bottom line. Now let's talk about your time commitment and management. Real estate isn't exactly set it and forget it. Even if you're buying rental properties for passive income, there's still a bit of a time commitment. If you're managing your own property, you'll be dealing with everything: tenant issues, maintenance, collecting the rent. Don't want to deal with that? Well, you can always hire a property management company, but that's going to eat into your profits. So think about how much time you realistically have, and if you're ready to be hands-on, or if you want to outsource the project for an additional fee. If you're flipping properties, it is even more intense. You will need to manage contractors, stay on top of renovations, and make sure that the property sells quickly. It's basically a part-time job, or for some, like a full-time hustle. Last but not least, we have to discuss risk tolerance. Let's be real for a second. Real estate investing has risks. Property values can drop. Tenants can stop paying. A flip can go way over budget. So before jumping in, you need to know your risk tolerance and have a backup plan, otherwise known as an exit strategy, in place. What happens if you can't sell the flip as fast as you thought? Can you rent it out instead? If a tenant bails on you, can you cover the mortgage? These are the things that you need to think about, because not everything goes perfectly in real estate. Having reserves or multiple exit strategies is crucial. Remember, this isn't monopoly money you're playing with. This is life. No, not that kind of life. So there you have it. Before diving into real estate investing, make sure that you've thought about your finances, goals, the market, time commitment, and how much risk you can handle. Real estate can be an incredible way to build wealth, but only if you're prepared. If you found this video helpful, hit that like button, subscribe, and drop a comment below if you have a question that you would like answered in a future video. Also, don't forget to check us out on Instagram and TikTok at Lewis and Leora for more real estate tips. We are making home ownership possible.